Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Whoo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast. For today, we are covering WCW Saturday Night on TBS from August the 22nd, 1992. If you're listening to this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up to like the video, and then subscribe to the channel. Post a comment as well. Those algorithms like that type of stuff, and it also makes Hard Body Harper very, very happy.
Yeah.
Doc, Harper, how are you? You first, Doc.
Great.
How you doing? Oh, no, go ahead,
No.
Harper. I'm sorry.
No. How you doing, Doc?
I'm doing great. If you want to hear how I'm really doing, you need to become a patron and sign up, because the patrons heard how I'm really doing. I'm going to put on a happy face and kick ass here tonight. Harper, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I was in Philadelphia, Mississippi over the weekend.
What's that like?
It's a little redneck area where they don't even have a fucking Waffle House. They got a Huddle House instead.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
It was.
I got a question for you, Mike. When is this show coming out?
February 8th.
God damn, boy.
So Harper,
That's not that far away. Jesus.
It really isn't. We've got to do a couple other. We had to do a couple other workarounds. But Harper, how long have you been with Lady Harper?
It was when COVID hit. What was that, 4 years ago?
Jesus. So
yeah, I forgot. That's right.
So have you been together long enough now that you don't have to do anything for the special holiday next week?
Oh, I don't know. We might just get something to eat or something. You know.
I mean, don't you do that every day?
Yeah, but I mean,
Circle,
you gotta
circle,
do
dot,
something.
dot.
Oh, a special meal.
Yeah, something. Go to like Vincent's or something. Austin's.
Get you a steak.
Yeah.
So you got steak and ass on your breath?
Steak and ass.
That sounds like a good evening.
Just chased off the new listener. Like, I thought this was a wrestling show. What the hell, man?
I mean, here it is. We're sitting here talking about Valentine's Day, and it's literally 22 days from Christmas, man.
What the fuck?
Who says romance is dead? Hard Body Harper's here to tell you that he's going to get steak and circle, dot, dot for Valentine's Day.
That's right. Steak and ass. Or maybe Vincent's and ass.
Oh, Jesus. Grow up. Okay.
Well, I just want to make sure
Doc.
that everybody is ready for their Valentine's Day, got themselves squared away so that they don't get in trouble. I mean, that's what this is about, right?
It's about, yeah. It's like in those National Geographic deals where they got the little baby birds up in the nest and their mouth is just and it's the mom throwing the fucking worms. Like, shut the fuck up. That's what you got to do. You got to pacify them. Just fucking throw some worms at them.
I guess.
No, he's not wrong. You got to do so. Let me tell you something. That is the worst. I don't even want to call it a holiday. That's the worst special
it's not
day.
A holiday.
You're right. It's not a holiday. What is it? It's a freaking excuse for capitalism, that requires dudes to go spend money on worthless crap
On flowers.
for the women.
and
Oh,
candy.
flowers. the worst. Flowers are the worst.
Yeah, because they're dead in a couple of days. Then what?
I remember I used to tell my wife, tell me something that'll cost the same as that you can actually use after a few days, because that's what I'm going to get. But flowers and that, let me explain something to you. Over a 10-year time period, if I spend $50 on flowers, I don't know, I'm making this up because I get cheap now. I'll go to the local store up the street, get the damn roses now.
Oh,
but
yeah.
back in the day, you know, when you're trying to be impressive, you order them or whatever, and it costs $50. If you, over 10 years, if you spend $50 on flowers, how much money is that, Doc? $500, right?
What?
That's a lot of money for something that's going to die.
I don't know. I don't know if it's better back then when they died quick or now with all the whatever they're injecting them with. They'll stay good for a few weeks now. It's crazy.
The fuck.
Then you got that chemical in your house and whatever country it came from.
And then it starts
it's spying on you. Yeah.
Toxin has got a camera on it.
They got spy particles, dust particles on them. That
I don't buy them roses I don't buy them foreign roses. Because they spy on you.
Oh, man. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Worst holiday or expectation ever sprung upon me.
Well, I got something that's the exact opposite of Valentine's Day, and that's a 5-star review.
Yeah, let's hear that one.
We got.
Can you even see the title?
Yeah, I can't because it's too long.
Off.
Your long titles, I can't see them. But this is from somebody named Whiskey Clark. I don't know if that's his first name is Whiskey and his last name is Clark, or that his first name is Whiskey and he drinks a lot of whiskey. What's the title of this one, Mike?
The title is Remind Me. I'm in love and wrestling whiskey down for .works. I don't know what that means. What? I literally just read it word for word. It says, remind me. I'm my love and wrestling whiskey down for .works.
It's probably a bot.
No, it says
I don't know.
It says you guys are funny and love the reviews. Deep State Harper cracks me up.
Can a bot recognize Deep State Harper?
I don't think so.
Of course. They're cousins.
This is real. I just don't know what his title's supposed to say.
Where's it from?
It doesn't say. It just says Whiskey Clark, January 11, 2024. And then the title is, I don't know. Maybe he fat-fingered it, because that's what I do sometimes when I'm typing out messages. Plus, I can't see unless I got my reading glasses on now. So, bro, you get a text from me or a message from me and you can't read it. That's why.
Harper, do you have readers yet?
No.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry.
Did you wear glasses before?
No.
It's coming.
Doc, my wife don't understand this. It literally just hit me within the last 6 months.
And when it goes fast too. Like,
bruh.
4 years, right before COVID, I had my eyes checked in there. I was like, my eyes get tired by the end of the day. Should y'all might need to check me. And they're like, okay, well, we checked you and you got 20/20. I mean, it used to be 20/10, but I mean, your eyes are fine. I can't. I have it on granny settings on my phone. I can't see shit. I've got 3 pairs of readers around the house for whichever 3 main locations I'm in.
Oh, so it's like on your phone, y'all have it expanded?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I can't go. If I go to a restaurant, I can't see the menu anymore.
Damn, man.
It's called presbyopia. Basically, when you're younger, the lens in your eyes are flexible and can focus. And the lenses, they aren't as flexible as you get older. So you go from a stage where I've worn glasses or contacts my whole life, but if I have my contacts in, I could see far and I could see right in front of my face. Prior to the last year, all of a sudden in the last 6 months, I can't see shit in front of my face unless I got the readers on.
Damn.
It's true. It's true.
It takes over your life, bruh.
It takes over your life. I've had perfect vision my entire life. And I can't, if I leave the house, I got to have a pair of readers with me. You can buy, now here's the thing, you can buy a 3-pack at Costco for like $20. They're
cheap,
take care
dude.
of you. But
Right, they work good.
nobody tells you about these things. And it just is like, dude, am I going to be blind by Christmas? I mean, what the shit?
Right.
And
Harper,
so I feel like, Mike, we're doing
Doc,
a PSA here for the people. It's like, when this happens, don't think that you're having a stroke. I mean, just go get you some reading glasses.
Bro, Harper, it's the damnedest thing. The phone is right in front of me, but my eyes, it's not that it's not so much as it's like super blurry. It just can't focus on it. It's hard to describe until it happens to you. And then you're like, wait, why can't I see this? And I'm like, I can't, this is so odd. And then you put the readers on and you're like, oh, perfect. Not a problem at all.
And Harper, you get on the road, I can see like street signs, exit signs on the highway, half a mile away, no problem. I can read it. Everything's fine. Hit me a menu and ask me what I want to eat, and I'm like, shit, I don't know. Can you read this shit to me?
Damn.
Harper, it's gonna happen to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It will happen, and when it does, at first you're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then you're just out of denial. You just let me put the readers on because you can't function without them.
That's
especially with how we use cell phones nowadays. You cannot function without them. You cannot do anything you need to do without them. So yeah, I guess we're the old fogies now, bro. I got mine on too.
If they come out with contacts that have like fucking night vision and like binocular type shit on them.
Well, LASIK doesn't really work for this. So
no, I see what Harper's saying. Like
I know what
eventually they'll have lenses that'll like focus for you, so you don't need readers on. But that would be perfect.
Yeah. Well, now that our Geritol segment of the show is over. Maybe we should review 30-year-old wrestling and wonder why we can't see.
I can't say. This was only 41 minutes long.
Oh,
Real,
it's short, Harper.
We're gonna be done soon, bro.
Yep.
There you go.
So let's get into it. This week's episode, again, is August 22nd of 1992. It was taped August 10th of 92 at Center Stage. This is the second half of the taping from that day, and it's only 60 minutes. 41 minutes minus all the commercials and whatnot. So according to Doc and Harper, based on the 41 minutes, it's already a B+ rating.
That's right.
We just got to see what they do. So I'll hit play now. The show opens up with a clip of Nikita versus Rude from the Omni on August the 16th. Jim Ross says Medusa was barred from ringside, but at the end of the clip, we see what appears to be someone in a police uniform coming out and hitting Nikita with a kick. And this person had a baton. More on that later. I won't talk about what that was because we're gonna talk about that later. Jim Ross and Michael Hayes start the show. Hayes tells Jake Hayes says, I know Jake well, and Sting, you just don't understand how devious he can be when they're opening the show.
This shit was that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. I didn't have that note. It says Levi's Big Jean. You remember those?
I remember Silver Tab. My mom used to buy me those.
I actually had this pulled out because it's been Jolly Ranchers the last few weeks, but man, we got big jeans.
Does that mean husky like Harper?
It has to. What else?
Maybe.
Otherwise, you wouldn't say that unless it was for fat fucks.
Come on.
Why do they have the J going through the B like it's penetrating the?
Come on.
Hey.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's the new listener.
This was the early days of graphic design. Give everybody a break.
Levi's Big Jeans.
Big jeans.
All right, Doc. Any thoughts from the opening with Hayes and JR or what we saw with Rude and Nikita at the Omni, which they plugged last week?
No. So we got Michael Hayes here on color. Does that mean that Jimmy Jam is gone?
I can't remember the exact time where he's officially out, but they've been done, I think, at this point as a team for a while. I didn't look at the I haven't looked at the results to see if he's on any more cards, but yeah, he's wrapping up if he hasn't already. He may have already wrapped up. I'm just not 100% sure. Cost cutting measure, you know?
Well, Watts gets to pocket some of those savings.
Yep. All right, so we go to the first match, which is Scotty Flamingo, Danny Flamingo's cousin, versus Ricky Steamboat. Flamingo, he gets in the ring, and he's doing a little Fargo strut on the ring apron, and then he hits a little...
Show Harper that. Show Harper that.
What?
When he does a strut?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Watch, you'll see it.
I thought you wanted
Watch
to
right
show
here.
me the black guy wearing a Z-Man shirt.
Oh, we talked about him last week. They'll show you on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Did you see it, Harper, though? Watch when he gets on the ring apron. He's doing a strut. And then he's going to do some Stan Lang dick dancing. Here it comes. There it is.
Damn, I think that is it, huh?
Yeah.
He's getting them all in.
He's getting it all in. He's mocking. He's doing the Fargo strut. He's doing some Stan Lane dick dancing. And yeah, he's out there having a good time. Doc, as we see Ricky Steamboat coming to the ring with his ribs taped up, let me throw to you for what you have on this match.
You know, we constantly say that we don't want to be a Southern promotion, but our ring announcer is Rhubarb Jones.
And they dress like Confederate generals during Halloween Havoc.
What is... Yeah. Forgot about that one. Good point, Harper.
Oh, come on, Harper. That's a low blow, man. Come on. What are you doing that for?
What's a rhubarb? Is that like a turnip?
A rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
That's what they put in concrete for sidewalks.
That's rebar.
That's rebar. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard it before, but I don't know.
A rhubarb.
Send DM that to Harper if you know.
A rhubarb.
It's a plant.
Is it?
Grows.
Hold on, let's see. It's just RUBAR. Yeah.
RHUBARB.
Yeah, it's a vegetable.
Yeah.
So his name's like Turnip Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I like rhubarb. I think wasn't he like a DJ in the Atlanta area or something, or a radio guy? Let's see, DJ. I like rhubarb. I think he's a decent ring announcer, man. Like,
I don't have a thing to say about that.
Oh, okay.
You know, you look at Michael Hayes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 years, he's going to be Doc Hendricks.
That's crazy, bro.
That's what's wild when you see him right here with the hair, because he's still Michael Hayes here, and in 3 years, he's damn near unrecognizable. I mean, we knew who he was, but you look and you're like, why does he have his hair cut off, and why is he called Doc Hendricks?
Hey, just like your eyesight for the readers, when it goes fast.
Do you remember the first time you saw him as Doc Hendricks, Harper?
Just confusion.
I remember seeing him because he would do those like hosting segments. I'm like,
right.
wait, that's Michael P.S. Hayes. And I'm thinking, why are they calling him Doc Hendricks? That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
And why is he acting like this and he sounds like this? He's not moonwalking.
That's what I mean. To be clear, we are adults pretty much when that happens. We're very young adults, but we're adults.
Yeah, I think I was in high school.
That was in 95?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, I was 20, so.
God damn. Y'all fucking old, bro.
So well, my point is, the first time I saw that, I was like, I think I told my buddy, because he was watching with me, I like, that's Michael Hayes. Like, what's wrong with him? Like, you know, that's before we realized. I mean, we knew they repackaged wrestlers, you know, they gave wrestlers different names. We were old enough to realize that. But I don't know, up until that point, I didn't realize they, you know, de-gimmicked a wrestler and somebody's going to send me an example of them de-gimmicking a wrestler, but I don't know. You know, Jesse Ventura was Jesse Ventura, you know, on commentary, and I don't know. It was just very odd. It's like they chopped this man's hair off, and he's straight-laced, and he's talking like a normal human being and not cutting crazy promos. I don't know, Doc. Do you remember the first time you saw it?
It was bewildering.
Yeah. Wild. All right.
Wild.
Anything else from this match?
940.
940. What do we have from 940? What are we looking for here? We're at 940 right now.
Body scissors work in 2024?
If you put them on like Kevin Von Erich used to.
Okay.
He used to put a death grip on people, man. Like it looked, for a shoot, it looked like it hurt. The claw wouldn't work, but the body scissors maybe, yeah. All right. Any other thoughts?
JR says that tomorrow on Main Event or whatever shows tomorrow, Dick Slater and Sting are going to wrestle.
Boy.
Uh-oh.
Didn't Dick Slater give flush Sting's head down a toilet over Dark Journey?
Yeah. There was a bit of a scrap between the two.
That's nice. I don't even think Sting knocked it out, huh?
I think he was just.
What does knock it out mean?
That's nice.
Harper? Won't you answer a question?
Well,
it's
not that hard.
Sexual intercourse.
Sexual congress.
Yeah, I don't think Sting did. No.
Yeah, he's a nice Catholic boy from Venice Beach.
True.
Of course.
Steamboat hits a crossbody on Flamingo, and then he rolls him up for the pin, and the pin looks really weird, but I don't know. I felt like something odd happened there, but I don't know. And that was that, Doc. Any other thoughts?
No, not particularly.
All right. So from there, we cut the commercial. We come back, and we're going to have a promo with Cactus Jack. Let's go to that audio right now. Here it is.
Welcome back, everyone, to WCW Saturday Night. We'll go back to Rhubarb Jones in just a moment. Jake the Snake Roberts is on deck, but Cactus Jack, who has a world title match signed live in prime time here on TBS. It'll be at the Clash of the Champions on Wednesday, September the 2nd.
I have a question for you. Have you seen Big Van Vader lately?
Certainly have.
He's eating people up! One at a time, two at a time. It doesn't seem to matter. He's an instrument of destruction, and people are being hurt. And I like that. So in my mind, September 2nd, I'm training for a match with Big Van Vader. But Ron Simmons, if you are still champion, and those are the two biggest letters in the English language for you, if you're still the holder of the world's heavyweight champion, then it'll be a battered and beaten Ron Simmons that I'll be taking on. And I like that too, because it brings about to my mind, Ron, and I want you to listen. The last time we met not too long ago, things got out of hand, and it was a power slam on the concrete that put an end to that match. Can you imagine the impact? Well, Ron Simmons, you don't have to imagine because you were there. You saw the blood spill out of my mouth, didn't you, Ron? And you saw the fans look in shocked silence. But then you looked down, you saw something else you weren't counting on. You saw Cactus Jack smile. And you wondered, like everybody else, and like you have, and like wrestling fans have asked themselves for years, what am I still doing alive? How am I still walking? Well, destiny is not finished with Cactus Jack. Big Van Vader, Ron Simmons, it doesn't matter. September 2nd, the Clash of the Champions. Neither one of you ought to count on walking out with that championship belt. In fact, neither one of you ought to count on walking out at all. Bang, bang!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back up to Rhubarb.
Doc, thoughts on Cactus right there?
I thought he was pretty good. What is he doing alive? How can he still walk? It's real.
Yeah.
He don't care who he fights at the Clash on the 2nd. They're going down. He calls Vader an instrument of destruction. I don't know. Cactus is great. I mean, that's not like, top 10 promo of all time or anything, but at the end of the day, he's believable, and I think that's what you want. We go to Marcus Bagwell versus Jake Roberts. Cactus does join Jim Ross on commentary, and boy, man, they couldn't have fed somebody else to Jake to just beat the hell out of, Doc. What are your thoughts?
This is pretty quick.
Pretty quick. I think it was like less than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He dominated him. I mean, he ate him up.
Well, and I had a question about this. If Jake the Snake, this character right here, debuted in 2024.
No.
Wouldn't you think he would have probably have face tattoos and all kinds of shit?
Yeah, he would definitely be full of tattoos. And
It's great. It's better that he's not.
And you wouldn't believe him.
Right. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Hey, and you know what? Here in 1992, for a crackhead, he's moving pretty good out there.
Come on.
He just had a 3-minute match. I mean, what did you expect him to be blown up already? He didn't do anything.
Oh.
Your mama is a crack hoe, not my mama. Remember that song?
Yes. That's not nice, Harper.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Jake cut a hell of a promo last week on the show you weren't on, Harper. We're going to listen to another pretty good one, I think. Not as good as last week, but pretty good. Jake, let's hear what he's got to say after. I know what I wanted to say, Doc. Why would they don't have nobody else they can feed Jake to dominate? I mean, Bagwell's supposed to be like one of your up and coming young guys, and you just treat him like crap just now.
Yeah, I mean, give him the Italian stallion.
Well, just wait. Okay.
He didn't get as much offense in that as Mike Thor got last week against whoever it was he got some offense against.
Yeah, I don't understand why they look. We're gonna nitpick it. It's 30 years old, but why do that to Bagwell? I mean, he's a young guy.
Well, we don't know. Maybe somebody who was supposed to be there didn't show, and Bagwell stood up and said, "I'll do it."
Send another one of these assholes on a card out there.
Yeah, man. Dude, they could book anyone for that. Some fucking turd, some fucking enhancement guy. A turd wrestler.
A turd. Wait.
No, that's a legit term.
Okay, so a turd wrestler is a wrestler that's a turd, not somebody who wrestles turds.
No.
Harper, explain to Doc what a turd is.
A turd wrestler is those typical assholes you see in, on those turd shows where you see it's like 10 guys and they're all skinny fucking kids, or it's a bunch of fat dudes.
Look, okay. I like to joke about being an outlaw mud show wrestler. I really wasn't like an outlaw mud show wrestler, but Harper's talking about the real mud show.
Yeah, the real mud show shit. And it won't die. You can't kill them off. They're like Jason.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, speaking of things that aren't like Jason, and Jake won't die. Let's go to Jake now. He's with Jim Ross after his match. Here it is.
Via the DDT for Jake the Snake Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, whether it be in one-on-one competition or right here at Center Stage, live on primetime television Wednesday night, September the 2nd, in that big 8-man elimination tag team match, the inevitable is about to happen.
You know, when you're this good, it's so easy. And Sting, a fool is what you are. You have made the mistake. You know, I will treat you just like I would a woman. 1 time, sure, why not? 2 times, if it's really nice. But 3 times, Sting, I'll treat you like trash. I will chew you up and spit you out. Now you're talking elimination tag, there's 4 men on each team. Now, if someone gets pinned, that means 4 against 3. Now, if 2 people get pinned, it's 4 against 2. If it's 3, then it's 4 against 1. What a horrible thing it would be, Sting, for you to face 4 men, let alone myself. I'll tell you again, all I want him to do is quit. All he has to do, I will stay out of your life. I will leave you alone. Have children, be happy. Tell them the lies, but don't tell me that you're man enough to stand in front of me. Because sooner or later, you play with a snake, you're gonna be bit. And you will be bitten. And when I put a man down, they don't get up, Jim Ross. They don't get up.
You're exactly right. I know your track record quite well, as do the fans. Fans, we will be back in a moment.
All right, that one was good. It wasn't as good as last week, though, Doc, but it was good.
Yeah, I said it was toned down from last week, but good. He did tell Sting he wanted to treat him like a woman, which I'm not sure exactly what he means by that.
Yeah, he was kind of weird the way he described it 1, 2, 3 times. It was very odd. Yeah. Any other thoughts though?
So it's August. He is here through Halloween Havoc, correct?
Yes. I believe it's right after that he checks himself into a rehab center.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's going to be here. I mean, what's that? That's 2 months from now still here.
Okay.
Because,
good.
Yeah,
he's doing awesome so far. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, Jake's voice does everything for his promos.
Yeah.
Sure.
There is no bad Jake promo. It doesn't exist.
Well, the heroes of what was it called?
Oh, that doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Pay-per-view when he's
all drunk and fucked up.
My God, he was just tore up.
The women loved him.
And then he's parading the ring with the snake, and he's holding it like it's his dick. We reviewed that on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Yeah, that was a bad one because he was drunk. Maybe on some other things too. All right.
Ugh.
We continue. Jim Ross throws to a clip of Nikita versus Rude from the Omni, August the 16th. Did you have anything from this before I fast forward to how this thing finishes, Doc?
Well, I was confused because somewhere in here, Rude comes off the top rope.
Kayfabe, brother.
Oh, okay.
Everything was airtight.
Oh.
Rude comes off the top rope. And I was telling Doc, kayfabe. Maybe Watts wasn't there. He didn't see it, so he figured he'd get away with it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Dumbest rule ever. Dumbest rule ever.
Doing that shit, man. Jesus is
watching.
Yeah,
we know. Jesus. Jesus is my Lord and Savior, as he says.
That's right.
AI Bill Watts. Yeah.
Well, right guy is going to win.
Well, speaking of, let's go to the finish. So, Rude is working over Nikita on the ropes. And as we saw in the opening of the show, a police officer or security officer walks up and kicks Nikita in the head. You can immediately tell that doesn't seem like a legitimate security or police officer. So Rude then hits the Rude Awakening on Nikita and wins. And it's obvious what happened. Rude benefited from Medusa, who was barred from ringside, dressed up as a security guard. And Shivani and Jesse were the ones doing commentary on this clip. And Shivani did his typical, wait a minute, that's no security guard. And it was great the way Shivani just yelled that out. He was good on commentary here. And you can see it when they show the replay. You're like, that's Medusa. She's got the hat on, but you can see it's her.
She looks like the stripper from, remember in Days of Thunder? when the cop pulls him over, and it's a female cop, and it turns out she's a stripper.
I saw Days of Thunder in the theater when it came out, and I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Come on.
I remember the movie. I remember the movie well. I don't remember that scene.
That's the last time that you've seen Days of Thunder?
He's lying. He's got it on Blu-ray, and he strokes off to it nightly.
Yeah.
What is your problem?
Doc's a NASCAR fan.
Oh, no.
Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. He loves him some NASCAR.
Here, I'm fooling you, all right.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember that scene, Harper.
Yeah.
But that's how she looked?
She only has a patch on one sleeve for some reason.
Because she's not a real security guard. It's fake.
It's a fugazi.
It's a work, Harper. What do you expect? That's like saying the State Patrol in the ring. Hey, those State Patrol uniforms aren't real. No shit.
That's
nice. It's like you saying it's not a real jacket because you don't have sleeves on it. Come on.
Whoa.
Let's not get carried away.
Yeah, let's not go too far here.
Harper with the banana loafers. It's the greatest. Those yellow shoes. You got a new pair?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They look good. You go to Soul Train Fashions in New Orleans?
No, someone bought them for me.
Oh, well, look at you.
I know, huh?
I'll be damned. Man,
because
high
I
and
couldn't
mighty
find
over there.
Yellow ones anymore.
So what color did you get?
Like when I'll go to that whatever the stepping style, they have every color but fucking yellow. And someone found them for me. I was like, oh yeah, thank you. So
wow.
Yeah.
So you got a new pair of yellow ones.
Oh yeah, bro.
Great. Can't wait to see it whenever X-rated is.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. TBA.
All right. To be announced, right. I actually was messaging with the champ today, and he said, let's talk later. And, well, I was tied up at work, and then we had to do this tonight, so we didn't talk.
All right.
Maybe tomorrow. All right, let's go to the next match. It's Dick Slater and Greg Valentine versus T.C. Carter and Chris Sullivan. We've seen Carter and Sullivan before, although in singles matches, and I don't know what they're doing with Slater and Valentine on the Saturday night show. Maybe more is happening on the other shows. Doc, another really quick match. We only got 41 minutes of TV time to fill this week, so what did you have from this one, if anything?
T.C. Carter's got a style.
This guy that's in the ring right now?
No. Black dude on the apron.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Harper. His name's... Okay, hold on. We got to talk about something.
What?
They did this last week. What is the cameraman's weird infatuation with showing these two girls that are on the video version right now who are underage?
And it's obviously everyone in that section doesn't give two shits about what's happening.
Well, they did this last week, and Doc pointed it out. He's like, why is this cameraman a pervert?
It could be somebody's kids or something. Like, oh, I'm going to put them on TV. And
okay, that's a fair point.
And those two old people just like, oh, yeah, well, we got in for free, Marge, so let's just wait till it's over.
We didn't have to pay $75 to park.
Yeah, and...
There's so much truth to what you just said.
She's like, I heard
Look, she's yawning.
was going to be here. I don't see Sputnik. I used to like him.
They told me Jimmy Cornette was going to be here and I can boo him. Where's Cornette at? What do you mean he left years ago? I just seen him on my TV. Well, Marge, and you live in the mountains, sometimes it doesn't get up there until later. Yeah. Doc, thoughts on the match, if any? Because ain't nothing happening.
Well, at 27:44, that's JR's mother and daughters, pal.
Oh, that's who that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I told you.
Hit the audio.
Here it is.
My daughter's here from Oklahoma watching the proceedings here at Center Stage.
Okay, so they showed him last week, and he never said that, and I missed it this
Which
week.
made us think that there was some severe pedophilia running rampant, which isn't a hard thing to imagine since Grizzly's an employee. So, we're just Mike and I are vigilant watchdogs for the children.
Take a bite
because they were
out of crime.
McGruff the crime dog.
Yeah.
McGruff the crime dog, dude.
Yeah, with that dog.
That's how Fred McGriff got the crime dog name from the Blue Jays.
Right.
Yeah.
Users are losers, and users are losers, and losers are users. So don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
How the hell do you remember that?
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. What?
You know that song.
No, I don't remember it.
Yeah, that was from the McGruff crime dog commercial.
They got bite of the crime.
Yeah.
Man. Bruh, they had us terrified as kids that somebody was going to grab us and throw us into a van.
Or shove drugs down us.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, I just
don't accept
was
stickers
ready
because it might be acid.
Oh, my God.
And check your candy before you eat it during Halloween. You're thinking, like, it's fucking Miss Iona next door putting razor blades in these fucking Snicker bars. The fuck is wrong with her?
That shit sticks with you so much that when you have kids that bring home the loot, you look at it and you go, man, I wonder if I should check this. And then you go, what the fuck am I saying? And then you start stealing their candy because, they're in bed.
My thing is, for them to say that must have happened somewhere down the line where some psychopath did that.
Yeah, it happened. It happened once or twice, and it then went viral before viral was a thing.
Yeah.
It was just something that passed along. So back when you only had 3 channels, they reported it on news, and since everybody was watching it because they didn't have anything else to watch before cable, it stuck with them. And we were the kids of those generations before cable, because, well, we didn't have cable too, most of us growing up. And it just like, that was how it went viral before viral was a thing. And you're right. Like, we swore up and down somebody was going to grab us and take us away. We were told, don't do drugs if somebody gives them to you. And I don't know, I went through a whole life in the inner city of New Orleans and nobody offered me free drugs.
Yeah, right. No one tried to give me coke, bro.
Right. So
when I'm 12 years old.
Right. So we're vigilant about things that were never happening. I mean, you were much more likely to get jumped than you were for somebody to offer you drugs or kidnapped. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. The things we were warned about as kids as Gen Xers. Ugh. Bro, you ever think about how we would disappear for hours on end and nobody could get in touch with?
And no one gave a shit.
Nobody. Well, I guess they'll be home later.
I guess they'll be home later.
I mean, we would leave in the morning on the weekend, be with a friend or something, and
yeah. I mean, after the fucking Saturday morning cartoons was over with, but shit was down, bro. Shit was down, bro. Once that last cartoon aired, okay, so what are we gonna do?
My mama, I figured you were just by such and such's house. You figured? Do you know the panic that would hit a parent nowadays if they couldn't get in touch with their kid for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
My kids won't leave the property, and if you can't locate them, like they go outside, they go to the back, you start to get that like feeling of oh shit.
Oh shit.
Right.
But they will not leave the property.
What do you mean?
That's pretty normal. That's kids nowadays, though. I mean, mine were the same way.
They won't go down the street.
Oh, they don't have like a neighborhood kid that they bullshit with?
No one.
Bruh. Them days, like, that ship sailed a long time ago, dude. These kids ain't playing with no neighborhood kids no more. I mean, mine are older now, but they weren't playing with kids when they were younger.
I see some kids playing basketball, and I'm like, why don't you go down there? We're driving in from somewhere. Hey, there's some kids playing basketball. Why don't you walk down there and play with them? I did that one time. They weren't very good.
It's like bringing a dog to a dog park. Just go in there and play with them.
I was so starved.
Go sniff his ass.
He compared the kids playing outside to dogs sniffing asses at the dog park. Oh my God, what are we doing here?
What are you saying, Doc?
Harper has no idea what kids are like.
No,
they're nothing like you remember.
Yeah,
well, he kind of does, because he was saying, he did that rant about his nephew. Put the Xbox down, go put some cologne on,
it's just,
run your game.
It's that generation, but they don't drink. They don't want to go out and get laid.
Nope.
There's no. It's just.
I have a niece and nephew, and we all get together, and we're talking about like stuff we did, 25 years ago, and they're looking at us crazy. And I said it finally. I said, if we all went out tonight, y'all would be the sticks in the mud.
Yeah.
We're all in our 40s. We'd go kick it harder than y'all would.
Yeah, brother. It's like I was telling my nephew about the story about when we used to piss in the cup on Bourbon Street, and if I had the homeless people drink it, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I was like,
wait, you did say that again?
I told y'all that story, huh?
He told us this before.
Yeah,
and he's dirty. He's dirty for that. Boy, you going to hell, man. I ain't never did no stuff like that on Bourbon, man. Come on. Why would you do that?
Great. I said that to James Mitchell. We're going back and forth about something. I said that to him. He's like, dude, you are fucking ratchet as fuck.
Imagine you get Father James Mitchell to say you're ratchet. You must be ratchet.
Yeah. I told you that,
Harper,
Doc.
Explain what you did one more time so that the people out there can understand how nasty and dirty you are.
And you were called filthy by the guy who just did coke with whores on an NWA paper.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A friend of mine's cousin used to work on Bourbon, like not like at a bar. It's what do you call it, Mike? It's like where you would go walk up and get the big ass beer. It's not like a bar where you sit at. You kind of walk in there, then you get it, then you roll out.
Not a street vendor.
No, there are these little. I don't know what you want to call it. They weren't bars to where you would sit there. You would just kind of walk up and
walk up bars.
Yeah. And so he used to work there. And so we used to go there on Bourbon Street and bullshit with him and all. And so we used to take a fucking plastic cup and we used to piss in it. So a cup of piss looks like a cup of beer.
Nasty son of a bitch.
And so we used to put them on top of the garbage cans on Bourbon Street because they got new garbage cans now to where they're kind of where they're on like an angle, so you can't put shit on top of them. But back in the day, it's just that, and it would be just full of daiquiri cups and just and all this shit. So we used to piss in one and get it filled up all the way to the fucking top, bro, and put that on top of the garbage can. And one of those like gutter punk crackhead motherfuckers was just gonna come up and go, oh look, some asshole put a whole fucking beer down here. I got a free fucking beer. We used to watch like, okay, here comes one, here comes one, here comes one, and it was like going fishing. Like, okay, there he comes, there he comes. And we used to see him grab it. He'll take a fucking swig of that shit, and we used to watch and just spit it out and almost fucking throw up, thinking and drinking a fucking beer.
Way to punch down, Harper.
It was fuck that, bro. That shit was fucking hilarious, bro. If we had cell phones back then, bro, we would have been putting that shit on fucking Instagram or something. But yeah,
look at Mike. He's proud of this,
dude. It was fucking hilarious. We're watching some guy drink fucking piss and watch it spit it out and almost puke. And this chick that we used to hang out with, like, y'all are going to hell. Y'all are going to hell.
She wasn't wrong.
I said, dude, this is fucking hilarious. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you say.
How How old were you?
Oh, late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
Good
Kenny's
Catholic
Key West
boy,
days.
huh?
Kenny's Key West days right there.
Oh, fuck, fuck, I'll do that shit now. And just watch it. Come on, what, bruh?
So he tells this story to James Mitchell. And James Mitchell, who is a nasty son of a bitch, tells Harper, "You a ratchet."
He told me he used to piss in the you remember those old soap dispensers for like the 80s where it was that kind of dome thing and it was on top?
Oh God! He used to piss in that.
He told me he used to take them off. He'll piss in them, like when he was in high school.
What's wrong with wrestlers, man? Doc, any thoughts?
I don't know what else to say.
All right. Well, since you don't have any other thoughts, let's go to Ron Simmons. He's going to cut a promo, talks about wrestling Vader. Here it is.
Tomorrow, the Falcons and the Eagles. It's a big day for everybody here and a big weekend for everyone here in Atlanta. And I know you're going to be a part of that. It's a big weekend around the world as far as you're concerned with this belt.
Yes, it is, Jim. It's going to be every day is going to be big for Ron Simmons now because everyone is after Ron Simmons. I'm no longer the hunter. I'm being hunted. And this weekend is going to be especially big for me because those people out there made this possible for me, and I'm going to promise them and show them that I'm going to give it everything I've got, just like I did in Baltimore. When they show up to watch Ron Simmons in action against this 500-pound monster, I promise you this. I will give you everything I've got, and I will promise you that if he somehow happens to get me down, I want them to give me the strength to pull me back up, to leave that ring once again with this belt around my waist.
Ron, also, I know the champion has a matchup signed right now. Obviously, you're the world's champion with Cactus Jack right here on TBS on September the 2nd, live in prime time.
Well, Jim, you know, when you're the big dog, everybody wants to know what you're eating in your bowl. And Cactus Jack is no stranger to knowing that when if anyone is in this sport, he like everyone else, he wants to have this belt around his waist. The man acts crazy, but he knows that in order to be the king of the professional wrestling world, he has to beat Ron Simmons. Right now, I'm the man. If Cactus Jack wants to be the man, let him come through me. I'll get as crazy as I have to defend this title. I don't care, bring him on. All challengers, I'll take them on, Jim.
All right, Ron, thanks very much for your time as usual. It's always great speaking with Ron Simmons, the champion. Let's go back up to
Doc, any thoughts on Simmons there talking about facing Vader? They're moving things along quickly, so it was a quick promo.
So can we call Ron Simmons a white meat baby face?
Come on.
I mean,
yeah.
In terms of wrestling terminology, sure.
Okay. Because I like his little promos that he's doing.
But that's one of those things where it's like calling somebody who knows nothing about wrestling a spot monkey. You can't use white meat. Yeah, like you tell a wrestling fan that, we all know what that is. You tell a normal person who just maybe is a casual wrestling fan, oh yeah, canceled. Ron Simmons was a white meat babyface back in the day. Like, what?
Canceled.
Yeah, like what do you mean he's a white meat babyface? So, yeah, I don't know. And for whatever you do, never call somebody a spot monkey at work. We'll leave it at that. Harper, do you have any thoughts before we go to Vader and Italian Stallion?
No.
All right, so Harper asked for Italian Stallion earlier. Well, here he is facing Vader, who beats the shit out of him. Rhubarb Jones, did you see when Vader got in the ring, Doc?
No.
Here it comes. He pushes Rhubarb, and Rhubarb scared shitless. Like, you catch him out the corner. He's like, oh, my God.
Man, I would be too.
Yeah, man. As soon as the match started, I was thinking, man, I want Vader to pummel this dude, because you hear the stories about Italian Stallion, how he treated some of the young guys that rode with him and stuff. I don't know. He just seemed like a real jackass. Anyway, Vader didn't pound him enough, but what were your thoughts on this, Doc? It was a quick one.
Vader's badass. That was my note.
Yeah, Vader's badass for sure. He didn't beat him up
Ron
enough.
Simmons
though.
is in trouble.
You saw how the
I don't know.
Italian style just like walked up and like, okay, here we go. He started putting his hand down on Vader's. See, he's already leaning into it
Before he even went to pick him up. Yep.
Yeah.
He posted. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I ain't gonna complain about him there. He was a prick.
He's probably like, let's just get this shit over with.
Vader's gonna hit the splash off the second rope, not the Vader bomb. He's jumping forward instead of the other way. 1, 2, 3, and Vader wins. Jim Ross plugs the hotline saying, "Call it. New stars are on the way to WCW." I don't know. Guess we'll have to stay tuned and see.
93?
92.
92? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
All right, we continue. Sting is going to take on Mark Canterbury in the next match. Another quick one because we only have like 4 minutes of TV time left. Doc, do you think they told the brothers in the front row to tone it down? Because last week they were doing some hellified dancing. This week they're just kind of sitting in the front.
Yeah, they should just let these people have fun if they want to. I don't know. Is this Tex Slazenger or is this Shanghai Pete?
Yes. Oh, I forget which one he is, but yes, it's one of them.
I really do forget. Gave him that shirt, or he bought it?
Gave who that shirt?
That fan wearing a Z-Man shirt.
Bro, I hope he didn't buy a Z-Man shirt.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Because see, last week,
dude, maybe a child,
right?
Someone who's, this guy's a teenager looking.
16 years old, 15.
Right.
Yeah. I was saying, so last week they were like cutting up in the crowd, like dancing, and they were like part of the show. It was it was something to see. And I noticed it last week, and I'm with you. Now they went crazy when Ron Simmons came out last week, but I'm like, there's no way they're Z-Man fans. No way. But
let people have fun at the show.
I agree. Let people have fun at the show. It doesn't mean they need to be entertained by Z-Man. Bro, who does Z-Man entertain? Nobody.
Zoncha.
Well, but see, Zoncha is not. I don't include Zoncha because Zoncha's a really nice human being, and he's not going to really cut a promo or hate anybody. That's just the type of person he is. So there's that. All right, Doc, any thoughts on Sting versus Z-Man? Sting's going to win pretty quickly.
It's not.
I guess not.
Z-Man.
Oh, what did I say? Sting versus Canterbury.
Yeah. Godwin.
Okay.
No, it's got to go quick. We're almost out of time.
Yeah, they went right up against it. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. Taps out before tapping out was a thing. And then from there, we're going to get a Sting promo before we go off air. Because, again, we only got 45 minutes this week, so we got to get it all filled in. Let's go to Sting right now, talking to Jim Ross.
The Scorpion Deathlock, another victory for the Stinger. I think Jake Roberts' legs would fit quite nicely in that particular maneuver.
I have to agree with you, Rossi. Jake, you say you're going to do this, and you say you're going to do that. I got news for you, my friend. I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of snakes. And I sure as heck ain't afraid of you, so just shut up. You hear me? Just shut up. Just shut up, my friend, and do it.
The Stinger has great intensity, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget Sting and Dick Slater tomorrow in the main event. For everyone here, including our good friend.
Yeah, that was whatever,
was awesome.
Doc. Was it?
Just shut up and do it.
It was
like screaming at your kids. Just shut up and do it.
Yeah, well, maybe you do understand kids today. It's still better than usual. Not as good as last week. How about that?
Yeah, last week was better for sure.
You missed Harper. He caught a good one last week.
Oh, yeah?
A real good one. A real good one. Sting.
So did Jake, though.
Promo last week.
He had to because Jake's was so good.
Okay.
I mean, it's amazing, kind of like when you get him in there, and not that he hadn't wrestled people who can't cut good promos, but yeah, it was great. All right, well, we got to rate it and hand out some Rolexes. Look, there's a Clash coming up. In order to get access to our Clash review, go to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Not only will you get this Clash, you'll get all 19 before it. You get all the WCW pay-per-views, the ECW shows, the NWA Power shows, and the World Class shows as well. All available on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Time to rate it and hand out a Rolex, Doc. What are you going to rate this one? 41 minutes.
41 minutes, but not a lot of action.
Yeah, not at all.
B-?
Okay. I'm going to go B. Harper, what about you?
I'll give it a solid B.
The problem, I think, with this one was we got a lot last week that was really, really good. And then this week, the second half, it's like they front-loaded the show. So, yeah, I'm with you. Who gets the Toot Toot Award, Doc?
I don't know, man. I'm going to say Vader for pushing Rhubarb Jones.
That's messed up. I'm going to give mine to Jake for his promo. Harper, what about you?
Yeah, Jake.
Here you go. Now, on that note, that just about wraps up the show. Another short edition of BTT, but it's not our fault. The show was just really short. 41 minutes.
Jim Herd.
Not a lot of content. It is not Jim Herd's fault, though. Let's put that to bed. Thank God that guy's not here anymore. Now we have a tyrant running the show. Anyway, Doc, any other thoughts before I throw to Harper and we shut down this thing and hit the tagline?
Man, I'm drowsy as all hell. Let's go.
Harper, hit the tagline. Let's roll.
Book it, bitch.